In this video, you will see my top tips for being productive at home and managing a good work-life balance. This is key to keeping yourself sane while you're trapped inside during the coronavirus outbreak. Working from home is so much fun. I get to do whatever I want. That's the stuff. Seriously though, more people than ever are going to have to work from home who may have never had to work from home before. This is something I really struggled with initially when I started out as an entrepreneur. I struggled because I would often mix up the habits of work and rest. And especially when you're in the same environment, it's really easy to rest while you're supposed to be working and work while you're supposed to be resting, which is not ideal. Is work over yet? In fact, the best way to be productive at home is to really concentrate your effort on a high quality work session that's very focused. So let's dive in to tip number 1. Set yourself up for success by eliminating distractions from your immediate environment. What I want you to do is sit down at your workstation and take a look around you. Is there a lot of clutter? Are things like your phone very easily visible? Your environment plays a key role in helping you focus. And it's really important to eliminate the barrier to focusing as much as possible. One way to accomplish this is to separate the space you work in and the space you relax in. Setting up a home office will help you subconsciously differentiate between the space where you're supposed to be working and you're in the work habits, and the space you're supposed to be relaxing and you're in the relaxation habits. If you're unable to separate the space you work and play in, make sure that you are able to differentiate your work time in other ways. For example, getting dressed like you're going to work while you're working at home is actually an effective method of cueing your subconscious into the work habit. Oh, but I'm at home, I'm working from home, I can work in my PJs and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so much fun. Until you try doing that and you kind of realize PJs are what you wear when you're supposed to be sleeping and relaxing. Tip number 2 is related to environment, but instead of your physical environment, it's about your digital environment. Step number 1 for managing your digital environment is your phone. Oftentimes when we're working, our phone can be a great source of distraction. I like having my phone close by, but not in my visual field. It's too easy to get distracted by someone just texting you. And while it's good to be in touch with your boss and the rest of your team, making it too easy to reach you, ultimately a great way to distract your focus during your homework sessions. The second piece of your digital environment is your computer. The computer is the best productivity tool and the greatest distraction at the same time. So I have 3 different browser plugins that make me massively more effective while I'm working on my computer. The first is Momentum Dashboard, which gives me this lovely picture every single time I open a new tab and reminds me of my priorities for the day. The second is Block Site, which allows me to list a number of websites that I just want to ban during my work hours. The third and final extension is called HideRec, and it allows you to hide the videos on your YouTube homepage as well as your Facebook newsfeed. With these 3 extensions active, I find it significantly more difficult to get distracted while I'm online. Tip number 3 all comes down to planning. It's to have a plan for your day and to know exactly what you want to accomplish in the time that you're working. I like to do this the night before because I can just get up in the morning and get into my morning routine and be productive right away. But you can also do this in the morning as a first step exercise. If you can define the top 3 things or even the top thing that you need to get done that day, you're going to be so much more productive with your work time than if you don't have a plan and you're kind of reacting to stuff like the email from your boss comes in and you have to send a bunch of emails, and then it's very easy to get distracted down a path that doesn't really matter as much as the top priority thing you need to get done that day. Tip number 4, set a clear time that you are done with work. This is the time that you would normally be heading out of the office or you're you're no longer on the hook for your responsibilities. Again, setting that work-life balance. If you know when you're supposed to be working and when that period ends, it also can give you a lot of energy to really push through, get things done, and then take a step back when you're done with that routine. My final tip is to take breaks and go outside. If you can, go for a walk. This is really good because it helps you change the environment. One of the dangers of working from home all the time is that it can get kind of mundane being in that same environment all day. If you're unable to go outside for whatever reason, maybe you're quarantined or whatnot, I suggest taking a small break in terms of stretching, doing some meditation, sort of refreshing your mental environment can be really, really healthy. Part of planning your break as well is knowing how long you want your break to be and when you want to get back to work. Take a break, go walk outside, smell the daisies, maybe get some light exercise in. All of this is really important for keeping your mentality fresh. Working from home is all about setting yourself up for success. If you're able to create an environment conducive to doing work and an environment where you can also relax and have fun, you're going to avoid the massive problem that I encountered where work and life mix too much and it becomes really hard to be productive while you're working, and it becomes hard to relax when you're supposed to be relaxing, and that's just not a good situation at all. So don't do that. You want to set up your environment for success at home. That's both your physical environment, your digital environment, and your mental environment. Having the plan for your day, being able to take breaks, and again, clearly differentiating between your work time and your play time. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit like if you enjoyed this, or hit dislike if you think this was a massive waste of your time. Ultimately, I'm trying to figure out what type of content I want to make here on YouTube, and it really helps me as a creator to know what you think of this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! David out!